show you how beautiful where I'm sitting right now. Heavenly Father, He always blesses my day with this beautiful world. I mean, look at that. Is that not gorgeous? That's my view. And yeah, no wonder I feel so inspired. Hello, beautiful soul. I hope that you're having an incredible morning, afternoon, whatever the time of the day it is. And yes, I am out in my car, but I'm about to go on a walk. Before I do that, I felt inspired to create today's content. I hope that you're having an incredible morning, afternoon, whatever the time of the day it is. And this week, I actually wanted to talk to you guys about people pleasing. About not being what everybody else wants you to be. About instead living unapologetically. And so let's talk about the truth of who you are. I hope you guys enjoy. Grab some tea, a drink, let's get started. So we're born into this world and we're told automatically how we should act, how we should be. And I have a vlog on this. I've talked about this in the past, about how the world gives us these labels and these rules of how we should be and who we are. And we grow up with people telling us who we are. Saying she's shy, she's outgoing, labels. Okay guys, to get outside, the nature was calling me and it helps me think a lot better. So I hope you guys are okay with the sound of footsteps as we enjoy this beautiful day. So it's really easy to be influenced by others, especially when you want them to like you. Sometimes we even tend to be in a relationship, if it's a friendship, a group of people, if it's a romantic relationship, and we find ourselves not able to truly be ourselves, and maybe it's not their fault. Maybe it's just that we feel extremely pressured to not completely fake a persona, but not be our completely true, authentic selves. We feel more pressured to water ourselves down. I believe that could be an insecurity within ourselves, but then sometimes there are particular relationships that bring it out in us more than others. There are relationships that bring out our true individual selves and that nourish that, and there are people that love us and that will love you exactly for who you are, with your quirks or things that you may think are odd. There are people that will understand you in ways that nobody else has ever really understood you. They're out there. There are connections. There are people out there. I promise you. But when you are stuck and watering down yourself for another human being, you're kind of, in a sense, putting them up in a pedestal. You're feeling so pressured to be something you're not because you think they're way up here and you're way down here, and you're judging yourself. So the very first step is to start believing in yourself more. Start finding those imperfections, maybe even write it down. Start finding the good in them. I know that might sound silly, but let me give you an example. Overthinkers. A lot of people think that's a really bad thing, that in relationships, or that it just needs a lot of reassurance. In my opinion, thinking the good thing about it is it means we want to do so good, and it means we care. We genuinely care, and that's why we overthink. It means that when we put our minds to something, we make it perfect. That's bad, but that's also good, because the things we're passionate about, we can do really well at if we put the overthinking into good use. With everything, I believe Heavenly Father created us with our flaws and our imperfections, and so He didn't look at us and He doesn't look at you and say, oh, you have anxiety, that's bad, but you have all this other good stuff. No, He looks at you and He says, your anxiety your kindness, all of it. It is so good. He created you wonderfully, beautifully made. And there's goodness to your flaws and your quirks. They actually make up everything you are. And I promise you, we need you exactly for who you are, authentically and individual. The you that you are, without the fake persona or the watered down version of you. We need you. So, it's about finding the things you love about yourself. Write down the good things, like the really good things, like your kindness or your beautiful eyes. It could be internal. You should have internal, and then you can have some external as well. Like, you should be grateful for the vessel that carries you, fits your long legs, for helping you to be able to get to where you need to go, or to dance, or your beautiful eyes and things like that. And so just first of all, find the things that you love about yourself, that you're grateful for. Start recognizing that about you. And then about the personality traits or the things that you can't change about yourself. Start writing those down as well. What are the good things about those things you can't change that you kind of want to? It has to do a lot with imperfections, but it's more like how you handle people. What are the good things about it? And what are some things that you can change to improve yourself? If you talk too much, maybe it's good to just take a deep breath and try to practice listening to what others say. Like things like that, for example. Because we're here on earth to progress and to learn, to love ourselves, but to also try to find ways that we can truly enjoy this earth together as connected brothers and sisters, souls of this world. So, yeah. Then the next thing would be to think about those people that you're around. Take them off the pedestal and remind yourself that they are not above you. We're here on this earth together. They have flaws just like you do. They are probably very beautiful and kind souls and have beautiful, beautiful things about them. But that doesn't make them any better than you. They might be better at a sport or at a skill than you. But you as a human being, your soul, who you are as a person, the presence that you give, it's not any better than you. So take them off the pedestal. Whenever we are really deep into something, if we're really deep into a relationship, we're kind of blind and we don't really see the truth. We don't see, and we just make the other person a hero. So just step on the outside, even if you have to take some time by yourself to gain some clear perspective of how you guys are both just simply human beings. Get to know who you are. Sometimes we run to people who don't love us the way we need to be fully appreciated and loved because we're not giving ourselves that love. So people on the outside are usually mirroring us and what we need to know, the type of love they're giving you. Are you allowing that in your life? And if you are, maybe you're abandoning yourself and not giving yourself that type of love. And so give yourself more love. Give yourself unconditional love and love yourself without judging yourself. So take yourself on a date. Learn who you are. Learn to give yourself the love that you're searching for. Because here's another thing. Love is not external. As much as we try to seek and fill a void within us, honestly what we're trying to do is fill in what we can give ourselves and what's already within us if we just look inside of us and try to fill our lives up internally without seeking externally for people and relationships and friendships and activities and distractions to just fill that void. And that's never going to do the trick. It's about being okay with being alone and loving yourself through it. Having things that make you happy and not being ashamed of those things and owning it. owning your passions and your dreams, doing things that maybe other people don't understand, people don't get, but still doing it because that's what you get, and that's what speaks to your heart and your passions, whatever that is. If that's singing, if that's writing, if that's art, that's your thing, and not everybody has to get that. They don't have to understand that. But there are going to be people that come across that will understand that. The reason we feel this way around particular people is, I wonder if that just means those aren't the right relationships for you. If you're around somebody who makes you doubt yourself, and you feel negative emotions, or you feel like you can't be yourself, and maybe you have tried to be yourself and you felt judged, maybe you need to distance yourself from particular people that make you feel that way. Because once you do, and your energy all of a sudden feels free. Once you start raising your standards of what type of energy and what boundaries you have in your life and what you accept into your life, you start attracting high standard things. You start feeling freer, lighter, happier, and it is so hard to start setting those boundaries of, this is what I expect from people, and this is how I expect from relationships. And like I said, you can't expect people to fill a void for you, but people should treat you with respect. And if you don't feel good around particular energies, you don't have to be around those particular energies, and you don't have to cut them off out of your life. I'm just saying, distance yourself, because the right energies will come to you and you'll know what that feels like, and it'll feel amazing. It'll feel so connected, and those your soul tribe, and you gotta stay. And it's amazing to have a soul tribe if you have that. And when you find them, it's incredible. But I believe it's about setting boundaries and doing the hard thing. Saying, you know, this is what I expect from my relationship. I expect for my relationship with myself, and this is what I want to attract in my life. This is how I want to feel with my connections and just with my daily life in general. And if something is taking away from that, of what I want, in a negative way, then I don't accept it. It's not bad to draw boundaries. It's not bad to have standards for yourself. And I say that in the most loving way possible, because I remind myself that all the time. So don't be afraid to be everything that you are. The most beautiful thing you can be is genuinely yourself. Have you ever noticed when somebody is being truly themselves and they're just joking around and they're making jokes? It's the most beautiful thing ever. They light up. And it's magnetic, because you forget and you let go of expectations of what other people think, and you just be yourself. It's so beautiful in a person. Heavenly Father created you with everything that you are, and I hope this week's video is a reminder to live unapologetically yourself and be with people who appreciate the real you, who you truly are. And you can be kind if you have to distance yourself and hold the boundaries. You can be kind about it, but love yourself for everything you are. Keep your passions. Don't change yourself for anyone. You can change things if it's for good things, for good, and it's what you want. But I hope you guys know you're beautiful, just the way you are. The world needs you. I love you, and I hope you have an incredible, blessed day, and I'm sending my love and light your way. Have an amazing day. Thank you for watching, beautiful souls.